Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello, everybody.
This is Marvin.
Amber and
And we're
we're
with
with
the
the family.
Family O.
Oh,
We're here for another episode of House Hunters with the Family O.
that's right. And so, you guys, we're going to be looking at 3 houses as always.
As always.
We're going to look at a daily, weekly home again, but this time it's a Craftsman style home.
Yep.
And we're also going to be looking
Well, you
at.
gotta tell them what a Craftsman style home is.
Well, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry, you guys. I just assumed that you knew. Well, Craftsman style home, you guys, is more of a. It's not a traditional home. It can have brick or not have brick, but usually it just has, I guess, what you would call the wood panels, and it's usually there could be a 1-story or 2-story, but it has like a nice little porch area and nice columns, and it just looks like somebody just put it together, not traditional like. You know what I'm saying?
Think the homes in the Louisiana, New Orleans area.
Yeah, with the they just have a how can I say, like a back in the day type of house look.
A throwback look.
Yeah, a throwback look versus a brick traditional home, if you will.
Right. So, and the second home we're going to look at is going to be a townhome, and it's going to be a townhome that's actually 2 families can live inside of it. So we'll take a look at the first unit, and then we'll move to the second unit, and we'll make our decision from there.
Yes, and that's a Perry townhome, which is quite interesting because we love Perry, and so it's going to be interesting to see what a townhome looks like. And the cool thing about it is that everybody doesn't want an actual family style home, where you have the yard to deal with, and you have to make sure that the grass is taken care of and all of that. A lot of times with townhomes, you have a different fee. What is it called?
They said townhome
like a maintenance,
fee.
association fee, maintenance fee.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people will come out and do those type of things for you. They take care of your yard. They may have a community pool or different amenities and things like that. So everybody's not interested in an actual, home.
Yep.
So for those of you that are interested in a townhome, whether you have a family or you're starting out with a family or you're even by yourself, this is for you guys. So.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at all of the units and give you our color commentary as always. And we appreciate you rocking with us.
Yes.
And let us know in the comments below if we made the right decision and which one you would have chosen. All right, guys.
All right, peace. Got me laughing. But seriously, all
Okay,
right.
Good. I know, right?
Start over. No, but sorry. Okay.
I don't know if it's really doing it or not, but you're making
No,
me nervous.
it is.
Are you really recording her?
Yeah.
Now, this is a nice bathtub, a shower. This is a shower, right? Yeah, okay, it is a shower. Now this looks nice. Major key. And the fact that they're able to squeeze this into a smaller home is very impressive. We just saw the shower key. She just told me, look at it again.
We would do this and turn it on, and then we would take a shower like that, and bye-bye. Peace.
Okay. Very nice closet space. Again, with the smaller homes, the way the space is utilized, I think is very important because, for some people, they may not mind the smaller. These are more of your Louisiana style homes, where the space really has to be utilized in the right way. All right, let's take a look at this backyard. Ooh. Again, very, very impressive backyard for such a small home. I mean, I cannot believe that they've squeezed all this. Look, an outdoor fire. What is it called? Oh, good. Yeah, they got chairs out here too. Don't sit in none of them chairs though. Benches everywhere. It's like they've also got a mother-in-law suite. Now, I love my mother-in-law, but everyone does not. So this is the option for those of you that want to have a separate space for mother-in-law and my co-host Liberty. Hey, Lib. You're gonna put that candy back as soon as we get back. All right, let's go. Nope, not all that sugar. Okay. Now this is a dope. This is a dope mother-in-law suite. Look, I want to stay over here. Come over here. I mean, she gets her own kitchen. Whoa, major key. She gets her own kitchen. This could be like a guest house too. What y'all think? This is your bedroom. Let's see what this baby talking about. Okay, so it's got its own hideaway. It's not wall. It's not a door to it. But I guess because it's a mother-in-law suite anyway, really it should just be one door coming in and out. So there's really no need for a door actually leading into the bedroom. This is really cool. This is an option, by the way. This doesn't come with this particular model off rip, but you can get, look at this baby. But you can get it if you want it. So that's cool. You probably have to pay a couple thousand to get this suite added. Now this is really nice. Now, normally I'm not really too impressed by very many things because we've seen a bunch of homes. You guys been rocking with us. But just because something is like $1 million doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a great home. Granted, you have a lot more options with more pricier home. But this home here, as is, look at my little co-host. This home here, as is about $265,000. Now that's awesome to be in this particular community that we're in now, which is one of the newer communities out here in Texas. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. The fact that this mother-in-law suite is already offered in this particular home, even though it's a smaller home, it's almost like you're getting two homes for one. So that's pretty dope. Let's check out the next home. We'll be back in a minute. This babe is keeping the sales guy occupied so we can get through these homes in time. All right, peace. When you started. So, you just know that to be in this particular, a particular part of town, such as the community that we're in now, but your budget may not allow you to live in a gigantic home or even a larger use home. Just keep that in mind, that with townhomes, you're giving up space, but typically you're going to be in a better community or more happening, hip community kind of like if you wanted to live more in the downtown area. So this is a good option, but we'll take a look at the second unit in the same structure and we'll make our choice from there. Very similar. Looks very similar. I like the, I don't know, the energy just seems a little different. It seems a little bit bigger in this particular.
Yeah, I agree. Liberty.
That stuff, not stuff down. You break your body, she didn't realize it. So don't touch it, don't touch it again. Alright.
These beautiful windows.
Oh, it is. Nice living room space. Definitely feels like an apartment.
Yeah, I agree, babe.
You know, if you're trying to purchase a home and you currently live in an apartment, then you're not going to notice much of the difference unless you like that kind of look, which is fine. But in my mind, if you're going to buy a home, you should want it to look like a home, at least for the most part. There can be certain parts of it that will be apartment-esque, but you know, if you're gonna spend the bread, you know, you definitely don't want to move from an apartment into something that just looks like an apartment, only you're paying a mortgage instead of rent. That's my opinion.
Black appliances.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Black appliances. Black appliances with white cabinets. That is so different.
Yep.
Looks like level 1 granite. Now, what I will say is I do kind of like the fact that the gentleman said that you can't hear your neighbors next door because back when we were living in an apartment, you know, we were either the bad neighbors or we had bad neighbors. And so we were always stomping on somebody's, you know, making somebody below us feel terrible because we were moving around stomping, or vice versa. So he indicated that these walls are soundproof and fireproof. So if anything go down over here, it should not affect the home next door. Of course, hopefully we never have to put that to the test, but it's still good to know that these units are treated like separate units, and you won't hear any noise, or you shouldn't hear any noise from your neighbors next door.
Hey, Daddy. We're just checking out the backyard. So, you know, one thing that's interesting, babe, you know this, is that in most of the townhomes that we've gone to, including these right here, you don't have much of a backyard. So this is a wonderful, nice patio. I love this, but if you follow me over here, you'll see that this is it. You know, this is the yard. And for some people, this will be fine, but think about people that have like pets and things. Like, would this be enough room, you know, for your dog to roam around? And in our case, we have Liberty, so we want to have plenty of space for her to be able to move around and run. So that's one thing I do notice about this townhome that's a disadvantage for us. This is very nice, but...
All right, we're heading upstairs. Okay. It's a nice little pan this baby out. Okay. Nice little study area. Okay. Here's a, okay, so up here in this house, they've got the laundry unit upstairs.
Upstairs, I know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's different.
What do you want to show us, Liberty? This is nice. Actually, I just saw it. What do you want to show
Oh, a
us?
sewing room. Wow, this is different, a sewing room. I mean, it's giving you an option.
Yeah, that's what one of the rooms that I want for the house would be, so I can do my crafts, our jewelry, and all that stuff. That we can do / fitness room, I think.
Sewing / fitness room.
Yes, sir. Cause look, you have this whole cupboard right here to put all the like our yoga mats, put your rollers, our free weights, everything, and then like put all the sewing stuff on the top.
Baby says sewing / yoga room and exercise room. Okay.
No, yoga and exercise go together. That's the same. What are you talking about, makeup, mama?
What do you think about this room?
I like it. It's extremely cozy, very nice. I like it. I like that they even were able to fit a little accent chair right here. I like it. This looks like a nice size bed too. Okay, don't press up on anything. Okay. Let's go. Wow.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
Right there, baby. Oh no, this is nice. Come on out here, Daddy. This is nice. I
Nice
like
little
it.
balcony.
Look at the view, and then you have like the lake right here in front. This is nice. Okay. All right.
Whoa, now this is a nice, tall bathroom.
This is very spacious. Look at that nice enclave over there.
Wow.
Built-in.
Now what's an enclave? That's a big SAT word.
Right there above the tub.
Oh,
Liberty.
this space right here?
Yes, that's very nice.
They're just always trying to turn the water on in these houses. One day there's gonna be some smoke that comes out that thing. Now this is nice. Now, you think I could fit in here?
I think so.
Let me
It is
hold the
kind
camera.
of wildly angled.
Let me see.
A little different. Liberty, don't touch that water. Let's see. Daddy's gonna try to see if he can fit. Ooh.
Don't you turn that water on.
Oh wow, baby. You look real comfortable.
I am comfortable.
Rev Run.
Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. So this feels really comfortable. I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot, 200 and something pounds, and my legs are very comfortable here. They spread all the way out. I mean, I'm not uncomfortable at all. I definitely could see coming home and kicking back, relaxing, and lighting some incense and having some jazz playing and just chilling, just soaking. So it's cool. I feel like a boss. I feel like a boss right now. What you think? You like it?
You know what this is reminding me of? I think I said it earlier. Rev Run, Words of Wisdom.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to
being
Red
here,
Room.
Am I recording?
Yes, I am.
I'm being here doing my words of wisdom, some prolific on Instagram and Twitter or whatever.
Look, you could be editing for YouTube.
No, I wouldn't be able to in a bathtub full of water. I definitely go to sleep. Bam.
Liberty, what would you like to share?
This shower with a drink is so good, and I want to buy one too at our house at bye. Peace.
Okay, guys, so we've taken a look at all of the homes that were offered. Let's talk about what we didn't like in the home.
Okay, so let's start with the first home, which was a single family home. I don't know, there was nothing I didn't like.
Well, it was smaller. It was a very small living room. I got kind of lost in the home, and you would think because it wasn't a large home that everything would be accessible, but I didn't even know that the master bedroom was like off to the corner. Like I had to maneuver through the kitchen, and that was just a concern for me personally. But
okay. I was thinking about. I think I got caught up in the mother-in-law suite, but I will say the square footage. It was like 1,700 or something square footage, which is way under what we even currently have now. But I guess on a positive note, everything was spread out very nicely, so that was pretty good, you know. So that's with the first home. So moving on to the first townhome, you guys. That one, see, I felt more like small apartment when I walked in. I didn't think home at all. It just reminded me of, kind of like one of my college apartments that I lived in, honestly.
yeah, I mean, it gave me first apartment out of college.
Yeah.
Just single, bachelor, no kids. It would be a good space for a single person or a single couple, no kids, no pets, with both of these units. But some of the pluses that I did like about it was that the first unit had the laundry room downstairs.
Yes, that's really good.
Although we're very, we're young, I still don't want to be trucking no poor dirty clothes up and down some stairs.
Yeah, especially if you get behind on laundry a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So that means you're doing several loads at once. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was some of the things that we did like, and like I said, the issues with the third unit are pretty identical to the second unit.
Yeah.
It's a smaller unit. It's built like an apartment. It looks like an apartment.
Yeah.
And if you're upgrading from an apartment, then you're not really going to feel like an upgrade. You're not going to feel like you're in a home, in my opinion.
For these particular townhomes, because we have seen some townhomes that are really beautiful and they give you that home vibe, even though they're still a townhome. But I think in these particular ones, it's a little bit different. I will add one thing that we saw in this particular unit now that we really liked was, I just lost my thought. I'm sorry, you guys. My husband brought up the fact about the laundry unit, that it was upstairs with the bedrooms.
Yeah.
So that's a big plus. To be able to, so you're not having to go up and down the stairs as it relates to laundry. And you still have to come downstairs, of course, for cooking and eating and things like that. But that was really good. I thought that was plus. Oh, and the balcony in the master.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. It's what I really liked about the third unit.
There wasn't a balcony in the...
I didn't know, not in the second unit. But just in this one, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So which one did we choose?
Well, the house that we chose, you guys, was house number, Liberty? House number 1. Yes.
The single family.
Yeah, the single family home. We chose that home really honestly because it really had more of a home vibe. And it had some of the things that we really want, such as it had a media room. It was smaller, but it had a media room and it had an office space. With the other two homes, they didn't offer that. So it was too many things that they didn't offer for us. Yes.
And I loved the mother-in-law suite. I thought that was super dope. That it's not really just a mother-in-law suite, it's a guest suite.
Yeah.
So you can have guests over and they can bring their own groceries. Yes. Bring their own groceries, cook their own food.
Yes.
Feel completely private, feel completely to themselves, and not have to feel like, that they're overstaying their welcome. You know what I mean? That
Exactly.
they're in their own little space.
Yes,
so,
totally.
Yeah.
And I think one concern, if you think about for like your mother-in-law or your father-in-law or parents in general when they come to visit, it did have stairs, but it was only one flight up, so it wasn't so bad. I know sometimes, like even my mom in particular, she has a one-story, because she doesn't want to be going up and down stairs, but it's just one flight. And even as the sales guy was telling us, our parents are a lot more youthful and they work out nowadays and they're, very active. Yeah. So, it's not, I was joking. I said, I know if my mom saw that, she would be like, she wouldn't have problems climbing the one flight of steps, So yeah.
So as always, guys, let us know in the comments if you agreed with our choice, house number 1. We liked it. You might have hated it.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Let us know. And we appreciate you rocking with us as always for this week's episode of House Hunters with the Family O.
Oh,
all right, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Peace.
Please subscribe to the Family O and share.